everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Erica, and today I'm going to be making some Calico critter furniture. Again, I know, but this time it is for the dining room table. So I'm going to grab the papa, and this is a soda pop lid, and it is about ½ an inch thick, and it's about an inch wide according to the chart right here. So that is perfect, and his little booty can sit on it nicely. But I'm also going to take a K-cup, and this is a K-cup. It's something that you would use for coffee, and I always clean mine out, and I typically use the cappuccino ones because it's less messy. But anyways, you can just clean it out, and I went ahead and I had cut a half circle around here because I wanted it to have a nice backrest for his booty and his back to be secure up against it, and it's pretty much like right there, so you can like, it's not like up to his neck or anything, because you know in the chair like right up to your neck, do you? So anyways, then I just put it on top of the lid, and the reason why I did the lid is because the lid has a good height. Let me pull up his pants because his pants are coming down. Hold on. Okay, his pants, he's having wardrobe malfunction. So anyways, he's a perfect size, and I'm gonna grab one of the kids. The girl fell. Oh no, lady down. Okay, anyways, this is what the kid looks like up against it as well, so it is a perfect size for them. Now I am going to be painting my little seats this territorial beige. The layers of the paint are drying on the K-cut chairs. I am going to go ahead and make some cushions for the chairs, and I am going to be using this packaging. It's the bubbly kind. It's not going to pop, but anyways, I'm just going to use one layer of this, and I'm going to cut it out in circles. And how I did that was I just took my Sharpie and I outlined the bottom, because the bottom is actually the size of the chair. So I just went ahead and I circled it, and then I cut it out. And then I cut out 4 because I have 4 chairs. So here they are. Now I'm going to take some recycled material, and this is like an old shirt, very, very old shirt. And I'm going to try and use this to cover this. And since this has like the red markings, I'm actually going to try and like, let's see. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so I can use this side. So let's go ahead and start gluing it all together. Get started with a bed table. My table is about 3 inches wide and about an inch and a half. About an inch and a half by 3 inches. Oops, got paint on it. Okay, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Anyways, I went ahead and I cut the legs, and the legs are about an inch and a half high. And I just took a pill box, and this is just like an ordinary little bitty pill box, and all I did, I don't know if I have another box around here, but okay, I have this one. This one is like, it's kind of the same. But anyways, all I did was my Sharpie, I'll show you what I did, was I first did this, except for I didn't actually use a marker, but first I did that, and then later on I went in and I just trimmed that much off. I trimmed this off right there, and that is what I did on all the sides, on all 4 sides, and I also cut off the bottom. Now I am going to go ahead and cut another piece of cardboard, and this is just that paper board, you know, like from a box, and I am just going to glue this on top, and it's going to make it a little bit more sturdy, and it's going to help it hold the paint a little bit more. And I'm actually going to use hot glue for this just because, I mean, like, I would normally probably use tacky glue, but I don't have patience for that right now. I kind of just want to get it done, you know? So I'm just going to go ahead and smother it and glue. More stability. I have about a little bit of a straw, and it's a little bit over an inch. It's probably about 1.25 inches, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it in here, and that's just gonna give it a little bit more stability on the sides, even though it is just a freaking straw. But I think it'll work good, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue this. Before I start going ahead and adding paint, I'm gonna add some decorative trim, and what I'm gonna be using for that is another piece of that thin cardboard, and I'm using these dirty Dollar Tree scissors. They got like a really cool effect. I really like it. Let's see if you can, like, I don't know if it's focusing, but it's got a really nice effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue it all the way around, and I'm gonna like that, and I think it's gonna make it look really good. So to get rid of finish, I am going to go over it with some polyacrylic, and it's a varnish that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to do about one coat of this, and I'm using the matte, but I mean it's pretty glossy even though it says it's a matte finish. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to varnish it up, and I will do that here. I would like to mention that I did paint this part, but I didn't like that because the paint was pulling with the polyacrylic. So what I went ahead and I did was I took the same matching fabric that I used for the cushions, and I went ahead and glue it up against it, and now I'm just going to go ahead and glue it into place. And it's best if you just like smoosh it in there, just like so, and you can manipulate it a little bit, trying to get it in there, and there you go. The polyacrylic is not sticky if you do it right. Just do light coats, don't go super heavy with it, and it won't pull as much. As you can see, my Sharpie, I should have like erased my Sharpie, but I didn't do that, but it's fine. I mean, like, it's the same thing that happened to the bunk beds, but it's completely fine, and with a couple more coats I think it would disappear. But I'm not going to do that right now. Right now I'm actually going to be working on the table, so let's get to that. Now to cover the table, I have a 3-inch piece of fabric, and I couldn't find any more of this. I know I have a whole bunch more, but I just don't know where it's at. Anyways, I just took a dark blue because it does kind of contrast nicely with it, because there is a little bit of a dark blue in this. So I figured I could just add a dollop of glue, and if I didn't like it later on, I could change it up. So what I did was I tried my best, even though my sewing machine is like so far away and I didn't want to like pull it toward me again. So all I did was I did a little, like, I call this a blanket stitch, because I mean, like, it looks like one of those like fleece blankets, the ends of it does. So that is what I did, and I did white because if I would have found my lace, I would have just like glued on the lace. But I think it turned out nicely because Calico Critter is known for the amazing details. So I kind of went with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this at an angle. So it's going to be kind of like that. And I'm just going to glue it down. And I'm not going to add glue to all the corners or anything. I'm just going to add a dollop of glue right there. And my edges are kind of fraying, but that's okay, because they are in a cabin. And this is going to be like a kind of a cabin furniture, so it's okay. And if I need to later on, I can just glue it. But, yeah, so that is my table and my chair, and my tables and chairs. And I think they look so freaking cute. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the log cabin and test it out with my little Calico Critter family. I'm trying to get a really good angle, but it's really difficult in this teeny tiny house. Thank you all so much for watching, and comment down below which picture you liked the most, and also would you recreate this, and what was the word that got on your nerves the most?